Hey guys, Tamisha Duncan here. We had some technical difficulties with the webinar, so we're going to start this bad boy all over again. So first of all, thank you guys so much for tuning into this webinar. I am going to teach you guys today how to take your idea and turn it into a profitable business, even when you do not have any clients or a list. So we're going to get started right away. So hold on, let me switch my screen, and hopefully we're going to pray to God that this works. All right, here we go. So this webinar is not ready yet. There we go. How to test your idea and turn it into a profitable business. So today you are definitely in the right place. If you are new to business, maybe you want to become an entrepreneur, you just started entrepreneurship, you're on that journey, and you have an idea that you want to develop into a successful business, but you don't know how to get started yet. You are definitely in the right place. Or maybe you've already been in business for some time, but your business is struggling a little bit. It's not progressing as fast as you'd like. You're not getting any clients in the door. And so you're kind of afraid to put something out there because you're like, well, who's going to buy it? Because I don't have anybody out here that's paying attention to my business yet. Or maybe you're like me and you have way too many ideas and you don't know which one to push first. And then you end up getting overwhelmed doing nothing. Analysis paralysis happens to me all the time because my brain just goes schizo because I just got so many things that I want to do that I end up doing nothing. Or maybe you've launched a product already and it didn't sell. So it was a fantastic idea, but you launched to crickets and you're trying to figure out what am I doing wrong so that that doesn't happen again. Well, we are going to fix that tonight because that very same thing happened to me. I'll tell you guys about that story in a little bit. But the reason why I created this course is because I want to teach you how to create a sustainable, successful product or service and overall business using my idea to empire system. Too many times people don't plan out their ideas to see if it's really going to work because they want to jump right into making money. But then when the plan flops, you realize you're deeper in debt, you're more stressed than you were before, and then you lose all motivation to do anything else. I get it. You know, nobody wants to do the research and the time that it takes. I hate research. I just don't have the patience for it. I'm always trying to find a fast track to doing something, but you can't always shorten the learning curve when it comes to certain things. And this is the reason why most businesses fail. Not because they don't have clients or they don't have money, but they don't take the time to see what they are putting into the market to see if it's a viable idea, which means if it's going to be sustainable, if it's going to live on, if people are actually going to be interested in it and continue to buy it, because we don't want one-off products either. We want something that people are going to continue to come back and buy, refer their friends. We want longevity in the business. Otherwise, you could just run a hobby. And we're all trying to run a successful business. Or we just don't do the research to know who the idea is for. I sound like an owl. Who the idea is best to serve. So it's one thing to have a really great product, but maybe you have a really great product, but you're showcasing it to the wrong people. And that's why people are not buying. So that could be one of the reasons why things are not going the way you want them to go. You want to be able to put a system in place where you can save yourself time, energy, and money. That is a system. The acronym for system is saving yourself time, energy, and money. And that's what I'm going to teach you guys today. So who am I? Well, I am Tamisha Duncan. I am a brand and digital media or social media strategist. I'm a business coach. I also am your secret weapon to divorcing your 9-to-5. I am the co-founder of the Quit Your 9-to-5 Academy. That's my sexy husband, Damien, there. I'm also the co-founder, the other half of Digital Divas Marketing, which is with my sister, Debbie Williams, and we help small businesses make a big impact online through social media. I'm able to teach this course to you guys because I personally have helped hundreds of entrepreneurs develop, seed, and grow their ideas into profitable, sustainable brands, not just businesses, but brands that people love, trust, believe in, using this very same system that I'm going to share with you today. But before I taught others how to grow their business, I was also a student. I had to learn and figure things out the hard way. You see, when I was working a full-time job and hustling my day job, I had to shorten the learning curve. I have two small kids, 2 and 5. I am a wife. I am a mother. I am a business owner. And I was hustling a day job. And I was burnt the heck out. So I had to figure out how to get this thing going because I was strapped on both ends. I didn't have the patience. I didn't have the time. I didn't have the energy. I definitely wasn't going to sit there and do anybody's research. So my quick, fast thing that I did was stalk my competitors. I simply stalked my competitors' websites and their social media, and I said, well, whatever's working for them, that's what I'm going to do. That was just about all the research that I was willing to do, but that hurt me. My very first product that I created, the Bombshell Business Academy, flopped the first time I launched it. It launched as an online program before it turned into my actual first business. I put so much blood, sweat, and tears into making that program, and it had some of the best content I ever created, but it launched to crickets. Not one person bought that program. And there were a lot of other factors that went into it, but needless to say, I was beyond disappointed. I was devastated. I felt defeated. I wanted to give up. I was pissed. I was annoyed. I was everything that you can think of that wasn't positive because I was just like, what the heck am I doing wrong? And I spent so much money trying to build up that brand. I was ready to throw in the towel. So I took a little break because I was literally drained. You guys know, anybody that's ever launched a product, it drains the life out of you because you're intense for so many months. And then when it's finally time to launch it into the atmosphere, that draining intensifies because now people are looking at it and judging it and trying to decide if they want to buy it. If they don't want to buy it, it's just a lot. And so I had to step back for a little while. I knew that I wasn't going to give up because I'm not a quitter, but I needed a break and I needed to figure out how to make this thing finally work for me once and for all. So once I implemented this system that I'm going to share with you tonight, what I can tell you, get out of here, Tina. Tina's my cat. What I can tell you is that the second time that I launched this program, I was able to generate over $10,000 in cash. Now, that's a big deal coming from launching to absolutely crickets to $0 and hiring designers and web developers and sales copy and this and that and getting nothing to simply making a few tweaks and getting 10 grand from the program. I was over the moon excited. And 3,000 of that was from people who beta tested my product before I even launched it. I had people begging me for this product before it even hit the shelves, if you will. And so that is a strategy that I'm going to teach you guys today. And I want you to continue to use this strategy on your products and services. I continue to use this strategy on my products and services, which helps me to help my clients generate 5-figure months on a regular basis. So I'm sharing those techniques with you. So we're going to get started. So here's what we're going to talk about today. Today, you are going to know what the first thing is that you must have for a successful launch. We're going to talk about how to figure out your niche. Yes, I say niche, so don't question me if you say niche. And we're going to talk about the secret to creating the perfect target audience. We're going to talk about what to include in your signature offer if you want it to be a success, and then how to test your idea when you don't even have a list and make money doing it. And then I'm going to share with you guys my idea to empire system. Don't pay attention to my husband in the background. I'm going to need to tell him to shut his mouth. But of course, I can't do that because I'm recording. So the first thing that you want to do is figure out who your ideal product or service is best for. You need to get used to creating a niche in your market. Your product or service should not be for everybody, guys. Listen to me. Let me repeat that. It should not be for everybody, because if you try to make something that's going to be for everyone, it ends up being for no one. Even McDonald's isn't for everyone. Like, you can't be for everyone. You've ever heard that saying that a jack of all trades, a master of none. And I know that when we start our businesses, we're so excited that anybody's even giving us 2 seconds of their time to show that they're interested. So we don't want to turn away potential business. But you've got to look at your business as you being the specialist in your industry. Think about it. If you have a specific problem that you want to get solved, you're going to go to somebody that specializes in that specific problem or desire. If you're looking to buy a Mercedes-Benz, you're not going to go to a Honda dealership to look for that car, nor would you go to a buy here, pay here, which is like one of these little used car lots where you pay weekly payments on it for people who have really bad credit. Like, you're not going to go to those places to find a car, a Mercedes-Benz car. You're going to go to a luxury car dealership. You're going to go to a Mercedes-Benz dealership. You're going to want to pull out of that Mercedes-Benz. You want that whole experience, right? You're not going to find the car that you're looking for at a buy here, pay here. That's the same thing that you want to do with your business. Let's use another example. God forbid you were sick, or somebody in your family was sick with cancer. You're not going to go to your regular family practitioner, your primary care physician. You're not going to go to a podiatrist. You're not going to go to the OBGYN. You're going to take your behind to the best. You're going to do some research. And then you're going to do some research to figure out who is the best cancer specialist in your area that specializes in this particular form of cancer, that can get you or your family member the best treatment that they can get. And that's exactly how you want people to envision your business. You want to be presented as the best in what you do. So when they need whatever it is that you sell, they know that the specialist, the leader, the expert is you. But then how do you actually create your niche? How do you set yourself up to be that leader in the industry? Well, first of all, or let me ask you this question. How do you even know what you should be focused on in your niche? That's a better question. How do you know what to pull out to say, okay, this is what I'm going to focus on and this is what my business is going to be about? Well, you want to create a business around the things that you're passionate about. Don't go into business for the money, because if you go into the business for the money and you're starting from scratch, you're going to lose interest extremely quickly. You want your passion to drive your why you're in business. And you want to do something that you can do in your sleep, that you can do 20 times over, something that you'd probably do for free if you had the opportunity to do so. And so I know that a lot of times people have a hard time figuring this out. So I always say, ask 10 to 20 people that you're closest to, your family members, your friends, your coworkers, associates, it doesn't matter. Ask them, what are your 3 best qualities and what do they think you're great at? You will see that if you ask enough people, you're going to start to get a lot of the same responses. When I did this exercise a few years back, the same things kept coming back: that I was a leader, that I was creative, and that I was confident. I got a lot of other things in there, but those were the 3 things that kept coming back. And it just validated me so much, because at that time, that's when I was building my business as a coach. And so those are all the characteristics of a great coach. And that just confirmed that I was going in the right direction. And sometimes we need that confirmation. We need that reassurance as to who we are and what we want to do with ourselves. Now, when you're developing a product or a service, you want to be crystal clear who this product or service is for. Just knowing who your clients are on the surface is just not enough. Now, you could easily say that, oh, well, I work with millennials or I work with women. That's all great. But there are still characteristics within these groups of people that could still leave you targeting the wrong group of people. You may be targeting women, but we all know women come in all shapes and sizes, colors, this, that, and the third. We all don't like the same things. So yeah, you're targeting women, but what type of woman? There's a particular type of woman that's going to appreciate what you have to sell. So You want to get in the habit of digging really deep into who your target audience is comprised of. Now, the secret to doing that is to create what's called a client avatar. A client avatar. I say client persona, but the bottom line is that you want to focus on one person that exemplifies who your target audience is. This one person represents your target audience. So basically, if you could create your ideal client, who would that be? What characteristics would he or she have? And that is how you really hone in on your target audience, by creating a client avatar. And you want to know who this person is so intimately that you could finish this person's sentences. Because once you know, it's like you're creating something for your best friend. Your best friend has a birthday coming up, or anniversary, or something nice, and you want to buy him or her a gift. You know exactly what he or she likes, because you know her so well that you would go into the store and instantly be like, oh, she would love this. And maybe you're with another girlfriend and she's like, oh, what about this? And you're like, she don't want that. She will slap me in my face if I brought that to her. Why? Because you know her so well. And this is exactly how and why you want to know your ideal clients the same way, because once you get to know them, you know their likes and their dislikes, and you know how to craft the perfect program, service, product for them. So one of the things that I want to teach you guys today in creating your client avatar is to give this person a name. Create a look for this person. Cut out a picture from a magazine. Get a stock photo. But the bottom line is that you want to make this person real to you. This is somebody that you see every day. You know this person. Just like I said, you have a relationship with this person. You can get to know this person. And once you do that, next, the thing that you want to do is figure out, what problem do you solve? So what problem do you solve for this person? Now remember, this person represents your target audience, but you're talking to this one person. And sometimes people might come to you that don't necessarily have characteristics of this one person, and that's okay. But all your marketing efforts and everything that you put out in the atmosphere is going to be geared to this one person. So what problem do you solve for this person? Now, this statement I'm going to say, I want you guys to listen up very carefully, because it's very important. Your business should always be an answer to a particular problem or a desire that your ideal clients have. Always. Now, before you start saying, my business doesn't solve any problems, I do nails, or my business doesn't solve any problems, I make hair bows for people. I'm here to tell you, every business solves a problem or a desire. So you got to stop thinking surface and get really deep. Why is this person coming to me? What is it that I'm doing for this person? Yeah, maybe I am doing their nails and making them feel pretty, but they're coming to me for a reason. Why are they coming to me versus going to somebody else? Maybe it's because the other local salons don't sterilize their equipment after every use, and this person is a diabetic. They can't risk being cut or being infected by, some of the germs that are in these nail salons these days, because they can get really sick. And so maybe you provide a luxury service that prevents them from doing that. Maybe you spend that extra 30 minutes on their nails, cleaning their nails. Maybe you provide a personalized kit for every person that comes in, whatever it is that you do. But that's the problem that you solve for your clients. And we can go on for this all day. I have a wonderful worksheet that I'll tell you guys about a little bit later on that'll help you figure this very same thing out. But you want to approach your business knowing that you are solving a problem. And see, once you know that you're solving a problem, then you can craft the perfect signature offer for them. So one thing that I want you to remember is, anybody that shops, buys from you, looks at you, is interested in you, goes on your social media, all they want to know is, what's in it for me? What am I going to get from this experience with this person? And that is why it is so important for you to know who your ideal clients are, because if you know who they are, you'll know what problems they have, and you know what they want to get them solved. Now, let's talk about creating your signature offer. So once you figured out the problem that your business solves for your target audience, now it's time to create your signature offer so that it is positioned to solve the problem that your clients have. So that's what we just talked about. It is positioned to solve the problem that your ideal clients have. So when you are thinking about your signature offer, so your signature offer is your flagship product, your flagship service. That's what you want to be known for. That thing that you want to be known for is the answer to the problems that your clients have. So that when they're looking for you, they can easily spot you out because you've positioned yourself to be that answer. Now let's talk about testing your idea when you don't even have a list. So we've decided what our niche is, what we're going to focus on. We've decided we're going to focus on this, and we're talking to these people, our ideal audience, and this one person that we've created represents the entire audience, right? And so now, and we've created our signature offer. We figured out what problem we solved, and we've created this new thing that we're going to put into the world as the answer to this problem. So how do you test it? And then how do you test it when you don't even have a list? Well, first I want to say that a lot of businesses neglect this step because they end up putting something in the market. They don't test it because they want that quick, fast money, and they don't want to take the time to see if the product is actually working. But they don't get the results that they want, and they end up doing what? Spending a lot of money, wasting a lot of time, wasting a lot of energy. And so this is why we want to test this. Now, I know you're thinking, but if I don't have clients, I don't have people, paying attention to my business, then how can I test it? So today we're going to talk about 3 ways that you can beta test your next product if you don't have a list. So those 3 ways are joining online groups like Facebook groups, meetup groups, etc. You can do live streaming. So you can use platforms like Facebook Live, you can use Periscope, you can use Snapchat, or you can simply ask people that you know that fit the bill of your ideal clients. So when I first started my business, one of the things that I did was I joined Facebook groups that had a plethora, a flood of the types of people that I wanted to work with. And what I did was I started joining the conversations that they already had. The conversations were already happening in the group. People were asking questions about how to run their business, and I answered them, and I gave them valuable resources. So what that did was make me look like an expert. Well, I was an expert, but it presented me as an expert in that field. I didn't ask for a sale. I just gave value. I was a resource. So people knew, people would ask questions, and then other people would tag me and be like, oh, ask Tamisha. She'll know. She'll be able to help you. And so when I was ready to actually put my product in the world, I simply just posted in the group, hey, I'm looking for 3 people to beta test my product. And I got 29 people who would like, please take me. And I didn't have a product launched. Well, this was after the flop of the Bombshell Business Academy, but I didn't have anything that anybody could physically go and buy at that point before I had 29 people raise their hand. And the same thing with live streaming. Live streaming is awesome because it's like your own mini infomercial. People get to see you. They get to see your personality. In some cases, they get to see your product. Maybe your service is your product, and you display that as you talk to the people. And then you sell something at the end. Or you have a live audience that's already captivated by you, and you say, listen, I'm coming out with a new product. What would you guys like to see? I'm looking for some people to test this product. And then people will willingly raise their hand and say, oh, I'd love to test it. Same thing with simply asking. Simply ask people that you already know that fit the description of what your ideal client is. You just don't want to ask random people just for the sake of asking people, but people that are really going to benefit from your product or service. Now, how you make money doing it is that you offer it at a lower cost that you wouldn't offer it than you would when you actually launch. And you do this because you want people to be vetted or invested in what you're doing. Because I always say people don't respect or value what they don't pay for. And you're not just giving your product away just to get it in people's hands, but you want that feedback. You want to know, how is your product working? What should you change? What should you not change? What works? What doesn't work? How did you enjoy it? These are the types of things that you need to know if you want to put a product that's actually going to work. And here's the other thing. Being able to do this allows you to get positive feedback that you can then use, excuse me, to sell your product in the near future. So that's how we test a product without a list and make money doing it. So now I want to teach you guys how to create a sustainable, successful product or service using my idea to empire system. So I have a new course. It's called Idea to Empire, how to develop your next big idea into a profitable business. And I created this course because so many people are holding on to these ideas that they have because they're afraid to put it out in the market, or they don't have the money to really invest to make it grow. They don't know where to start. Maybe they have a plethora of ideas and don't know how to wean down and narrow down which direction they need to go. And so this course is built and designed to help you figure out which ideas to push, who to push them to, how to develop them into a sustainable business, and then make money testing those ideas. So in this course, oops, wait, we went backwards, sorry. In this course, you learn how to create, test, and launch your next product. So let's talk about what's covered in the course. In the course, you'll learn where to find your ideal clients, not just how, but where to find them, how to create the perfect ideal client avatar. So remember, we talked about knowing this person intimately, knowing their name, and all these other things that you need to know about them. Well, we get down and dirty into those things in this course. You'll get crystal clear on what problem you solve, which is a big deal because a lot of people are like, I don't know what problem I solve for my clients, because you don't look at your business as the answer to a problem. So you need some help in that direction. So not only will you get clear on what problem you solve, but also how to deliver that into a product or service. So now that you know the problem, how do I translate that into an actual product or service that somebody can use? And then, of course, how to test your idea. So I talk about 2 ways to test your idea, because many of you have a list but don't know how to test it the right way. So I talk about how to test your idea when you have a list, and then of course how to test your idea when you don't have a list. And then how to get killer testimonials before you launch. Now this is a biggie, because what do we do when we're looking to buy a new product or service, especially if it costs a lot of money? We go and look at the reviews, right? We want to see what other people are saying about this thing before we buy it. But if you're just starting out, you don't have any reviews, you don't have any clients to do that. And so if other people can't speak about how they've experienced your product or service and what that's done for them, then most people are like, I'm not going to be the first guinea pig. Well, this program shows you how to get those killer testimonials before you even launch a product, and then you can then use those testimonials to sell your product or service. And then, of course, actually launching. So we've done all of this fabulous stuff, but now it's time to launch the product. So how do you do that? So that's what's covered in the course. It's delivered in 11 videos. So you get 11 videos that you can watch where I go through each and every one of these steps, and then some things that I haven't even mentioned. And then of course there's some bonuses that I've thrown in there for you guys, because who doesn't want a program without some extra goodies, right? So the first bonus is the ideal client avatar worksheet that you get, which I talked about, helps you go through finding out all the little nuggets that you need to know about your ideal client so that you can craft this perfect avatar. I also give you the worksheet where it talks about the 3 common problems that your clients want solved, because again, a lot of times we don't know what problems we solve for our clients. So this really helps you figure out what problems people want you to solve and how to apply that to your business. And then I love this because I'm giving you guys 35 ideas for your next product or service. And that's big, because sometimes, especially for those of you that are out there that are just starting out, you want to put something new out there, but you don't really know what to do. So I'm giving you 35 ideas that you can use. And now once you've got all of this arsenal with you, you know who your ideal clients are, you know your niche, you know what you're good at, you know what problems you're going to solve. It's going to be easy for you guys to figure out what product or service you should be creating. Then I'm giving you guys my ready, set, launch checklist, which is powerful, because when you actually do launch your product, you want to make sure there's so many things that people forget when they're launching, and that's another reason why their launches flop. So you want to make sure that you are following this checklist so that you can get everything that you need in order. I'm telling you what to do 6 to 8 weeks before, 4 to 6 weeks before your launch, 2 to 4 weeks before your launch, the week of your launch, all of these things that you need so you can literally cross off and be like, oh, did that, did that, did that, did that. You've got to know, because there's so many things that go into launching a product. And then one of my favorite things that I love doing, guys, is writing sales copy. And so I write a lot of sales copy for my Digital Divas brand. We write Facebook ads, we write sales pages. I have a team of people that actually work with that does that with us as well, because your words are everything. And so I want to teach you how to write words that sell, because once you get all this amazing stuff together, you've got to put it out there for somebody to actually buy it. And so you can use the techniques that I'm showing you in this guide so you know how to craft the perfect sales page to actually sell this thing, your product or service that you want to launch. So you get the 11 videos and the 5 bonuses. The course is $97. It's regularly $197, but I'm giving it to you guys today for $97. You can go to bit.ly/idea to empire. That's going to take you guys straight to a PayPal link. And then once you sign up for the course, you get an automatic email with the link to access the course and the bonuses. And you get all of this stuff immediately. You get access to all 11 videos and the bonuses right now. It's not a drip feed where you got to you get one video here and another one in 2 weeks. You get everything right now. So I really hope that you guys take advantage of this course. If you're really trying to grow your business and keep it and make it sustainable so you can finally ditch that 9 to 5, you want to get this course, Idea to Empire, get those 11 videos, get the bonuses, and launch that next course, guys. See you soon. Bye.